Yo, what's going down, Green Screen Entertainment fans? Your homie Jay Green back with another review. And right now I'm gonna give y'all a movie that came out either like 2, maybe even 3 years ago. It's called Asphalt City. Now, if you're out there like me, you ain't heard nothing about this movie until you saw that it was recently added to Netflix. So catalog this under streaming reviews. Now, I have no idea how to pronounce this director's name, but this is him.
I'm Jean-Stéphane Sauvert. I'm a French film director.
And this movie stars Ty Sheridan and the legendary Sean Penn. Simply put, these two dudes are EMTs, ambulance drivers, boots on the ground, meeting people and helping people of all shapes, sizes, colors, and creeds and backgrounds on their worst possible day. Damn, looks like a hard fucking job. Ty Sheridan's character, Ollie Cross, is the rookie to Sean Penn's veteran character in Gene Rakowski. And within the time that we're spending with them going from case to case, call to call, there's emotional ups and downs, there's frustration, different ideologies on how to do the job, what is right and wrong, and one specific case that has both these two gentlemen under review. Now, off the top, I would say that this is a really good movie. I did enjoy it. It's a bit of a hard watch because you're seeing, again, people on their worst possible day. And based on the time that they're working, which is usually the night shift, and they're in New York, Asphalt City, the concrete jungle, you're kind of seeing the worst of the worst areas. So the vibes of the movie are quite fucking depressing. A bit of a downer, if you will. But the acting from Ty Sheridan and Sean Penn was phenomenal. And the character study and the emotional weight that comes along with that for people in this type of a profession, I thought was great. The movie's a bit of a slow burn throughout, but along the way, you do get some excitement on these calls, some stressful moments, suspenseful moments. Then layered within all that, you have the character study and those emotional moments between each of these characters and what they're dealing with to kind of carry you along through their ideologies and how they actually operate, which brings us to the questionable choices that one of them makes toward the end of the film. So as far as the layers to the characters, the direction, the acting, cinematography of New York's grimiest areas at night, the moral dilemma of what would you do in this situation? Do you think this? Do you think that? And we've all asked those questions at some point in time, whether we want to admit it or not. And a little bit of that peek behind the curtain aspect in regards to people in this profession. I thought this movie was packaged pretty well. I'd even like to give a special shout out to Mike Tyson. No, you heard me right. Iron Mike Tyson is in this movie playing their chief. And in this movie, I think he did a great job playing both sides of the fence. On one end, he kind of feels like that old school captain or chief that's gonna holler at his subordinates whenever they fuck up. But at the same time, he has emotion behind that bass in his voice when he's like, yo, look, I know you did this shit, or I know you said that, or how did this happen, right? When he's asking them questions, because what he's coming across is, yo, you're putting the heat on me because y'all are acting like this. So I need y'all to get y'all acts together. And I really felt that coming through from him. So I thought he did great. My only experience with Mike Tyson acting from before this, I'd have to say, was the small bit roles that he had in the Hangover movies. I'm sure he's been in something else. I just can't think of it off the top of my head. I also want to give another shout out to this director for making this movie feel so tangible and grimy. I kind of felt dirty watching this movie, seeing these people going through the worst moments of their life. And it was graphic, of course, as you would imagine, as it might be on the streets, right, in the trenches, but not over the top. It felt very realistic, which is what made it feel so nasty, so dirty at times, right? Kind of make you want to wash up afterwards. And so I think this dude is very talented, and he actually came out with a movie when I was looking up some of his IMDb back in 2008 called Johnny Mad Dog, which he got a special Hope Award at the Cannes Film Festival. And basically what this Hope Award is a way to recognize emerging cinematic talent, innovative storytelling, or powerful thematic messages that inspire optimism and a fresh vision for the future of cinema. That's interesting. That's kind of like what me and my guy Barry are going to be doing at the Gamescom Film Festival this December 4th and 5th in Las Vegas at the Palms Hotel. Tickets out now. I'll see you there. But no, really though, this director was phenomenal. I actually kind of want to check out that 2008 movie because it looks bonkers crazy. It's about like kid soldiers or something like that. And I just actually was watching Blood Diamond the other day, for the first time ever. I've seen pieces of it before, but just never finished it. But in that movie, that shit was crazy as fuck because you got these militant people coming into these towns, killing a bunch of people, and then taking young kids, turning them into soldiers, and just brainwashing them to kill like crazy. And that's kind of like what this movie that he did, Johnny Mad Dog, is all about. So anyway, that being said, this guy definitely makes powerful cinematic situations that might speak to the reality of the world that we live in outside of our bubble. And I'm here to see some shit like that, because every now and then you gotta look outside. You feel what I'm saying? As I said before, on IMDb, it says that this movie came out in 2023. On Netflix, it says 2024. Here we are, 2026. Whatever, but it was just recently added. I would encourage you to check it out. If you're fans of old school shows like ER, all your fire, search and rescue type shows these days, and definitely HBO's The Pit, then this movie would probably be right up your alley. Yo, I hope I gave you enough insight to know if you want to click on Asphalt City the next time you're hopping on that Netflix. If you do, come back to this review, comment below, let me know what you thought of my review, let me know what you thought about the film. Your homie, Jay Green, I'm out.